Audhu billahi minashaitan rajim. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome to our channel, Halal Legal Aid. Kindly subscribe, like and share. In this channel, we create awareness on legal issues through an open and friendly platform where we answer common and uncommon legal questions. This channel is meant to give you guidance. For more professional information, seek the advice of a certified advocate. Kindly write your questions in the comment section below and we will try to answer to the best of our ability. Or you could send your questions to an advocate of the High Court. Without further ado, let us go straight to today's questions. Today, a sister has asked, what is legal aid? How do I qualify for legal aid? Can I get legal aid if I have been accused of a crime? Can I get legal aid in civil cases? Do I qualify for legal aid? Where can I get access to legal aid? Does legal aid affect costs of my case? To answer these questions, we will start with what is legal aid. The cost of bringing legal actions in court and the cost of defending them is known. But as a matter of public policy, it would be wrong that a person cannot defend himself or herself properly because they cannot afford it. Article 48 of the Constitution of Kenya provides that every citizen has the right to access justice. Article 50 of the Constitution of Kenya provides that every citizen has the right to a fair hearing. How do I qualify for legal aid? Well, legal aid applications can be made by people, groups, sole trader businesses, or corporates. Eligibility is not restricted. To qualify, you have to pass two major tests. One is called the means test and two, the merits test. The means test shows that your financial circumstances qualify for you to get legal aid. The merits test shows that your case is worthwhile and costs can be recovered from the other party. Now, how do I get legal aid and what if I have been accused of a crime? Everyone is entitled to free advice at a police station after you have been arrested. If the case goes to court, you may qualify for legal aid depending on your income and savings. Once you are brought before a court, you can apply for legal aid. Usually, before making an order, the magistrate would require statements of means to show that you are financially unable to meet the costs of the case. A breakdown of your income and expenditure will be asked for to determine whether legal aid should be granted. Towards the end of your case, at a stage called mitigation, the magistrate is going to ask you whether there are circumstances that should make the court have mercy on you when it comes to giving you a sentence. This is also part of legal aid. It is called mitigation. At this stage, people usually defend themselves by saying, I am the sole breadwinner of my family, I am a single parent and my children depend on me for my livelihood, I am a poor person or a pauper, or I am sick and unable to serve a long jail term. Can I get legal aid for a civil case? The answer is yes, you can. Legal aid is not restricted to criminal cases, and people bringing or defending criminal actions, civil actions for that matter, may also be eligible for legal aid, depending on their circumstances and merits of the case. Remember, earlier we said for you to receive legal aid, you must meet 2 tests. 1, the means test. 2, the merits test. The means test tests your finances. The merits test tests whether or not your suit is qualified to be heard before court. If your matter is too trivial, then the court would suggest that you settle it outside of the court premises. These limitations are put in place to prevent flooding of cases in court. People bringing actions with little or no merit and which would put an unfair burden on the legal aid system and reduce fines available to help people with more deserving cases. Another sister has asked, what about costs of the lawsuit? Well, in addition to making orders at the end of the case for damages and other remedies, courts also award costs. Costs are what are paid for the costs of the case. Once a case has been concluded, if you have been granted legal aid for a civil case and you lose the action, you may be liable to meet the other side's costs. Normally, this is limited to what a court feels is reasonable, taking your financial circumstances into account. Now, what happens if I am not receiving legal aid and the other party is? If you are not getting legal aid and you lose your case, you will be liable for the full costs of both sides. Can I lose my right to legal aid? If it is determined that your financial circumstances do not qualify you for legal aid, then the court will not award you legal aid. This can be done if the opposing side makes an application to the court to revoke your application for legal aid. Now, who are the key players in providing legal aid? Number 1, the police. Number 2, Office of the Chief. Number 3, courts. Number 4, advocates of the High Court. Unions. Number 5, unions that you belong to. Number 6, county labor offices. Number 7, legal aid centers. And of course, this channel is here to provide you with free legal aid. Let us look at what halal laws provide in terms of legal aid. In Sahih Bukhari, Volume 3, Book 49, Hadith number 870, it is narrated by Abu Huraira. He says, Allah's Apostle said, there is a sabaka to be given for every joint of the human body, and for every day in which the sun rises, there is a reward of a sabaka for the one who establishes justice among people. Surah Al-Anfal, Ayah 29 says, O you who believe, if you take Allah as a shield, He will grant you discrimination between right and wrong, and rid you of all your evil thoughts and deeds, and He will protect you against adverse consequences of your deeds. For Allah is the possessor of great bounties. To conclude today's lesson, let us summarize what we have learned about legal aid. Number 1, everyone is entitled to legal aid. Number 2, with the help of an advocate of the High Court or your lawyer, you can get legal aid. You have to meet 2 tests. 1, means test. 2, the merits test. The means test tests your financial capabilities. The merits test tests the simplicity of your case and whether it can be handled outside court. Number 3, you can get legal aid for both criminal and civil cases. Number 4, when you get legal aid, the costs for that suit will be paid by the other party in case you win. If you lose, then the court may determine that you will pay the other party, but the court will have in mind all your circumstances. Number 5, you can lose the right to legal aid if the other party makes an application to the court showing that you are not fit to qualify for legal aid. To conclude, the key players in the legal aid process are the courts, your lawyer, the police, office of the chief, trade unions, the county labor office. Our channel, of course, will help you with free legal information and legal aid centers. We hope you have enjoyed today's lesson and you have understood more about legal aid, and at this point you can be able to access legal aid for yourself. A'udhu billahi minash shaitan rajim. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. See you in our next lesson. Jazakallah khair.